Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I was just about to lay down. I was just about to go to sleep for work tomorrow, get some rest for work, and then I got a notification on my phone that the New York Knicks have traded for Josh Hart. And initial reaction, not crazily excited. I'm not upset. I'm kind of in the middle. I think it's a solid move by the New York Knicks. I think he could be a nice depth piece. I'm not expecting him to be in the starting lineup for Quentin Grimes. I understand he plays bigger than his size, but he is only 6'4". We need more size in that starting lineup moving forward. We got to get a true starter there. And if the New York Knicks really do believe he's like a big time starter moving forward, I think they are mistaken. I think he's a very solid player that can come off the bench for us. And I'm a Josh Hart fan. I'm not like I don't think he's some future star or anything like that, but I think he's a very solid player in this league, and I liked him coming out of Villanova for sure. So the big picture here is we traded a protected first-round draft pick, and we traded Cam Reddish. And it's so funny because we gave up a first-round draft pick and Kevin Knox for Cam Reddish, and you could put Kevin Knox aside. Kevin Knox, I don't even know if he's going to be in the league in a couple of years, but I wish him the best of luck when it comes to his professional career. So the Cam Reddish move obviously didn't work out, but we traded a first-round draft pick for literally nothing. Who knows what that first round draft pick ends up being in this upcoming draft? I believe it's a part of this upcoming draft, that pick we went on to maneuver for Cam Reddish, but it's a waste. Because if you're trading a first round draft pick, if it works out or not, you got to be smart, especially a team that needs high upside, needs picks to trade up in the draft and get high end talent, because we still need big time talent on this roster. We still need upside. Just looking at the full picture here, you want to do whatever it takes to put that player in the position to be successful. Cam Reddish still has holes in his game. He does. He turns the ball over a lot. Sometimes has bad awareness at the end of games when it comes to shot selection. And I don't know, sometimes his handle can get sloppy at times. He could shoot a very flat ball, but I do understand the athleticism, the willingness to move without the basketball. When engaged, he's a solid defense player. He can get to the basket. But there was a falling out in Atlanta. There's a falling out in New York. And who knows, maybe it was a complete mess. When it came to Tom Thibodeau, he was an a-hole, and he just went on to bench him after being asked to be utilized a different way. Or maybe Cam Reddish, we don't think about this as well, but got to put context into it. What if Cam Reddish was a douche? What if he was completely unprofessional? What if he was unprofessional in Atlanta? I'm not saying he doesn't have the talent, but some people are acting like this dude's an established Paul George, but I do wish him the best of luck in Portland. I hope he balls out in Portland, but then I kind of hope he doesn't at the same time, so it makes us look good, but also he deserves to prove Tom Thibodeau wrong. So this protected first round draft pick, hopefully it's not something, I don't think it's going to be that good of a draft pick, to be completely honest, because it's just like Josh Hart is a respectable player in this league, but why would you trade that high of a draft pick or something like that? Like, I don't know the full protections on this draft pick. I don't know if it's the Dallas draft pick, because that pick's going to suck, or any pick anyway for the New York Knicks is really going to suck when you take a look at the New York Knicks picks anyway. And you have to also think about it. We have tons of picks moving forward in the future. So it's like, maybe it's okay that we just spend a first round draft pick on Josh Hart because we have plenty in the future. And like I mentioned before, what's the point of having these draft picks if we don't make moves? And yeah, maybe Josh Hart isn't really that move. You want more of a high upside here. But Cam Reddish, I wish him the best of luck. You could like Cam Reddish all you want, but at the end of the day, it was time to move on. It was just getting extremely toxic here. He wasn't even playing 10 to 15 minutes. He was not even playing in garbage time. It was a complete mess. So now that you take a look at Josh Hart, he definitely has some connections here. So when Jalen Brunson got his jersey retired tonight by Villanova, he actually got a reaction. Someone showed their phone to Jalen Brunson of Josh Hart being traded to the Knicks, and he was very excited because Jalen Brunson actually played with Josh Hart, won a national championship with him at Villanova, has that connection there. And then you have Ryan as well, who's one of our guards who does not play, but he's definitely a good locker room guy who was a guard at Villanova as well. So there's that connection there. Julius Randle played with Josh Hart when it came to the LA Lakers. And then you take a look at Josh Hart's game. He's a strong 2-3, who's only 6'4", but he averages 8 rebounds per game. Only has averaged 8 points per game this season. He's not some crazy offensive player. He did shoot a career best from downtown, or one of his best from downtown, shooting 38-39% last season, and averaged nearly 20 points per game last season. I remember he had a crazy game that he erupted for 44 points, but that was also a Trailblazers team that was very banged up last season, and he had no choice but have this crazy offensive role out there on the floor. That Trailblazers team was just not very good. So you're not expecting him to score tons of points. But I'll say this, he's someone that brings movement within the offense. But this is the thing. will Tom Thibodeau utilize him with movement within the offense? He's very good at cutting back door, utilizing underrated athleticism. But also, what do we need on this team? We need depth. We need defense. He's a hounder defensively. He reads the passing lanes. He's a pest. He comes up with big-time steals in big-time moments. He's a very physical 2 and 3 out there on the floor. And we also struggle with rebounding in big-time moments. This is someone that's going to snag big-time second-chance opportunities. This is someone that's going to snag on the defensive glass. He's really good at putting a body on a body and positioning himself. We'll see if that three-point shot is consistent. It's very up and down throughout his career, but I think this is a decent move. I'm not crazy excited. I think it does improve our team when it comes to our bench. I'm interested to see how the minute distribution is going to be coming off the bench. But then you also take a look at his contract. His contract is up soon, so are we going to pay him in the future as well? So we give up a first-round draft pick. Cam Reddish wasn't going to work out here. So Cam Reddish is kind of just like, it just happened. We failed him. There's things that maybe he could have done better, like to improve at as a basketball player, but obviously got killed with injuries, the way he's utilized, and all that. But this move kind of makes no sense if we don't bring him back for the future. Obviously, hopefully it's not on a lot of money or anything like that. I think he's a solid player, but he has some solid straight line drives, doesn't have some crazy bag or anything like that, but he just makes the solid reads out there on the floor. He has some connections with players. There's definitely going to be some chemistry there. Jalen Brunson knows the way he plays, and also Tom Thibodeau liked him during the pre-draft process as well. So he's a mentally tough player that plays very hard. That's my quick analysis on Josh Hart. Welcome to the New York Knicks. I hope he plays solid for us, and let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.